So integrating your shadow, right? What does that mean and what does that entail? For me, I have finally reached shadow integration. And I may do videos on how I did it. I'm not sure yet. It's very hard to teach and learn at the same time. So that's why my stuff is so sporadic, because I don't just read up on this stuff. I did take a class in it or a course in it, but I only took the course in everything that I'm doing because I did not want to break the law of even exchange or equivalent exchange. So I took a course in the emotion code to get certified, and I did that not because I had to, because I was doing the emotion code and doing muscle testing and all that energy clearing way before that, way before I got the certificate. But I felt that I owed it to the people who brought it to me to give back what they're asking for. And it wasn't a lot. For most people, it wasn't a lot, so I felt like, okay, that's what I'm going to do. So that's why I'm certified in it. But I don't know if I can and learn at the same time. So bear with me. This is going somewhere, people. So I integrated my shadow, and I believe it happened 3 days ago. And my life I can see it different now. I see it differently. I see the people around me differently. And it's just like, wow, I've allowed you to be annoying. I've allowed you to I not play in my face, but it's kind of like playing in my face. It's like, wow, you are you okay? Like, you have to. And another thing that my shadow integrated made happen is, as an energy healer, or as a healer, as a counselor, just an all-around great person, I do not entertain bullshit anymore. And it's one of the most interesting thing. And that's been happening gradually for a while. I don't entertain what I used to entertain. Like, a couple of years ago, if I saw someone who I've counseled and I've told them, energy clearings work, I'm living proof that it works. I use it every day. I've taught it to my children. They use it, so I kept like talking and talking and talking and talking. And oh my God, look at me, look at me, look at me. I know how to do this. Just trust me. I can do this. Just trust me, and it was just like, it got to a point where now with my shadow integration, and they were like, my spirit team was kind of getting me to this point and this level with different things that were thrown at me. Like, I would sit in a session with someone, impromptu, pro bono, sit with them in a session, and their pain would be at a 10, and then I would get it down to 0, because I don't like leaving trapped emotion or any kind of emotion or energy in a person and moving on. Because what ends up happening is, for me, this is just for me, I'm not telling anybody else how to do what they do. For me, if I leave trapped emotion in you, if it's like a 1 and you're like, yeah, it's fine, it's a 1, it is not fine. We need to get rid of that so it doesn't come back and bring friends. So for me, it's like, I need to get it down to 0. And if I can't get it down to 0, 2 things. You're either blocking it, or there's something that you need to do in order for that to happen, or there's a script that needs to be read, or written to get rid of it. So integrating my shadow has taught me not to chase. I don't chase. I know what I have. Like, Like, I think I know I'm at a point right now in my life. I know what I have. I know what is not just in my table, but in my empire. I know what's in my empire. I know what's in my bag. I know what's in my heart. I know what's in my personality. I know what you get when you get me. So I don't have to chase. I don't because it's like it got to a point where it's like if you don't understand by now who you have in front of you, there's nothing left for me to talk to you about. There's nothing left for me to say to you. If you don't see it, there's nothing, because y'all fucked around and waited till I see it. Now I see it? No, I see it. Absolutely not. Remind me to tell you how I lost weight, not only by going to the gym, but also by clearing bad energy and stagnant energy and different things in my body. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. It does work, and I don't have to run behind someone for them to believe in me. And that is the most freeing thing I have ever felt and will ever probably feel. I don't need to prove to you who I am. I know who I am. I don't need to prove to you who I am for you to wear my clothes, to, wear my healing crystals, drink the teas, do whatever. Like, I do all this. The funny thing is, this is what I need people to understand. All the stuff that I do, I did it not because I was like, oh, I'm going to be an energy healer. I'm going to be a healer. I did say to God when I was in church, I don't know why I got so loud, but I did say to God when I was in church that I wanted to heal, because I remember watching my pastor at the time, and he was healing people and he was healing me, and I was like, oh, I want to be able to do that. I was like, that's cool. I want to be able to do that. I did not understand the road to being this, and we're not even anywhere close. This is the part that has me excited. And I believe and I know that this is the part that makes me go, you don't have to want me. Like, please, actually, if you don't want me, just leave me alone. You don't want what I have, that's fine. Don't choose me. Like, seriously, don't choose me. If you don't know who I am and recognize me in the spirit realm, don't choose me. Just leave me the fuck alone. Like, because I no longer have time nor patience for people who are not aligned, who are not understanding, and who does not want to understand. Does that mean that I'm just going to leave people and only deal with that people? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. But there's a difference between being your go-to healer and being an example. For the people who are like, I don't know, and oh, I don't think so, and no, and I'll just be an example. I'll tell you what I did. I'll show you what I did, and if I need to step in and help out or whatever, I'll do that too. That's not a problem. But what you will not be is my focus. You will no longer be my focus. I cleared someone, I think it was like last month sometime. It was random. I called her for something completely different and nothing to do with this. And she was telling me how much she wasn't feeling well. And I asked for permission from my team, and they were like, yeah, go ahead. You can clear her, because you always ask your spirit for permission. You always muscle test for permission. I forgot that, and I had severe back pain on a couple of days ago. So we won't be doing that again. So anyway, so asked for permission. Team said yes. Did my quick clearing thing before I stepped in to her aura or whatever. And trust me, I don't know how it works. I need everybody to understand it. I don't know how it works. So if you're going to be like, well, Keisha, how does it work? I don't know how it works. I know how to work it. I don't know how it works. It's kind of like, I know my printer works, but I don't know how it works. I don't know how the computer gets the printer to print. I don't really know. I have a friend who's a tech, and he'll be glad to tell me, but every time he starts talking to me, my eyes start to glaze over because it's not my genre. It's not my area. So I don't need to know. I don't need to know how it works. I don't need to know how it works. All I do know is it works. That's all I know. I don't know how it works, but I do know that it does work. But I digress. So with her, I was like, okay, I didn't know where she was on the body is designed to heal itself, and we are spiritual beings having a human experience. I didn't know where she was on the spectrum, right? But we're very cordial. She's very sweet. And I don't like seeing anyone in pain. I don't. But now I do realize I have to back up and allow people to go through their process. But I digress. So she told me what was happening, and I was just like, oh, and I explained to her what I did, because she doesn't know that. So I explained to her what I did, and I was like, I can help you if you'd like. She was like, oh my God, would you please? And what normally takes me with another person that I know to clear something, which is usually about an hour to clear, just like, and then I still know that we left a bunch of stuff. With this person, it took 5 minutes. I was just like, we found stuff, we cleared stuff, we moved stuff around, all that other stuff. And it took like 5 minutes. I was like, oh, and my team was like, do you see what we're telling you? When the person that you are clearing is not aligned with what you are doing, it takes longer. No matter how skilled you are as a energy, whatever, I still don't know what the name is. No matter how skilled you are at what you do, if the patient or the person that you are working on does not align or believe what is happening, and their doubt is ringing in their ear, and you're constantly like, no, you saw it work. I don't understand what the doubt is about. You understand? But if they're that way, it's going to take a lot. It's going to take a lot of time, and it's going to take a lot of energy for you to move whatever needs to be moved, or cleared whatever needs to be cleared, because they're fighting you. Kind of like what Abraham Hicks talks about, paddling upstream instead of going down the stream. So when you're with someone and they're doing that, you can't help them. And it's heartbreaking. And now it's not heartbreaking for me anymore, because they're making a choice. They have the right to make that choice. You have the right to make I've learned that you have the right to make what I feel is the wrong decision, because you don't feel that it's the wrong decision. But since you don't feel that it's the wrong decision, and that's the decision you're going to make, I can mind my business and go do what I got to do. You understand? And that's shadow integration for me. I don't know. I'm telling people all the time, I'm not going by anybody's textbook. Like I was saying before, every tea, remedy, elixir, freaking beaded bracelet, protection bracelet, friggin' hoodie, all that stuff. All these things I did for myself. That's why I know my products work, because I've used them on me. It's kind of like the back in the days real scientists tested their stuff on themselves. They didn't test on other people, you know. And it's like, for me, I tested on myself. I like it, I make it. I liked astrology, so I learned it, and my life changed because of it. So I try to tell people, hey, read this or learn that, because it helps. But if you don't want to do it, you don't have to do it. I tell you that all the time. You don't got to do anything I tell you to do. It would be smart if you did, but you don't have to do anything I tell you to do. Live your life. Now, I know the life I want to live. The life I want to live, I want to travel. I cannot wait to travel. But I did know that I had to take my behind into the gym and practice riding a bike. Practice riding a bike. I had to practice riding a bike. You know, I have to practice climbing stairs. I can't go on a hike if I can't climb stairs. So I'm preparing my body to travel. I'm preparing my body to be on a mountain, to be in a canyon, to see the aurora borealis, you know, all those other things that I've only read and heard about. You know, I want to see all of it. I want to travel. I want to taste all the foods of the world. I want to taste all the foods of the world. Maybe not all, but most of them, you know, and I want to look at sunsets and sunrises and go, oh, look at that, you know, to the person I'm with. So it's just like, I know what I want from my life. And I used energy healing, muscle testing, and all that other stuff to put me on that road. And don't get it twisted, there was a lot more other things besides that, but that was the core catalyst that changed my entire trajectory of my life, you know. And for the first time, I think ever, and I could honestly say ever up until this point, I really like who I've become. I like who I am, regardless if other people don't like me. I had a friend that because I was pissed off because people were getting on my nerves. And you could see it in my face, and I was not trying to hide it, because you're not hiding your bullshit. So why should I hide the fact that you, like, I've made a design. I made a design that says, I will no longer pretend. I'm not going to pretend anymore. No, I'm done pretending you're not annoying. That is another part of my theme song for my new year. October 30th, my new year. I am done pretending you're not annoying. I'm done pretending that you're not on board with me. I'm done pretending that you really don't support me. You understand? I'm done pretending like I take care of you, but you don't take care of me. I'm done pretending these things. It's like, this is the year that I'm done pretending, and I need to focus on me. You know, I need to focus, help everyone, but focus on yourself. I have to focus on myself. I have to focus on my brands. I have to focus on what I want to do, who I want to be. I want a lot. And I know I needed to integrate my shadow in order for that to happen. You know, I needed to. I had to. Because if I didn't integrate my shadow into what I was doing and how I'm doing it, I would constantly be doing it with not even one hand, like both hands tied behind my back. Because your shadow, your ego, it's what says, I'm in the room. You understand? What are we doing? Like, what are we doing right now? That's your shadow. When you don't have your shadow, it's like, okay, am I taking up too much space? Oh my God. I'm sorry. Oh, no, it's me. No. That's no shadow. Your shadow? Who? Me? No, I'm good. Thanks. No, I'm fine. No. Yeah. No, I don't understand what you're talking about. You see it different? I'm no longer apologizing for how strong I am. Because my entire life, this is for someone specific who's watching this. sweetheart. And it's not gender specific, because it happens to men too. You're not meant to be the nice girl or the nice guy. You're not meant for that. That's a role that someone made you do because your power makes people uncomfortable. Your power, what the power that you walk with makes people uncomfortable. That's what it is. It's not that, oh, they don't like you. It's not that, oh my God. It's not that, oh my gosh, she's so, or he's so much. Oh, he's just so much. No, I've seen people say that about men. Oh, oh my God, he's so much. This is him. You understand? And it's like most of the time, people are saying that and doing that because it's like they can't do it. They can't rock what you rock. They can't move the way you move. So in that aspect, since they can't do it, you shouldn't be able to do it either, and it makes them uncomfortable. That's what I've learned. It makes people uncomfortable because I'm not saying I'm going around being nasty and rude to people. Everybody who knows me knows I am not rude to you until you try to play me. If you try to play me and you try to play, don't even try to do anything to my children. Because if you do, that part of me and that part that's been integrated on site. You understand? I had to tell someone off recently because, and I don't curse once, but I make you understand your customer service, what you're doing is not correct. You understand? And it's like before I would be like, oh, I don't want to hurt their feelings. And oh, no. Now it's like, that is unacceptable. There is, like Myron Golden said, there is the floor, we raised it. We raised our floor. Now there are certain things we will not tolerate. I will not tolerate at all. I won't tolerate people trying to be seen. I will not tolerate people just being in my area just to be in my area and not contribute. I will not tolerate that any longer. So that is, and I've learned, usually if I would say this, like if this was last year, if this was last year and I was saying this, I would be like, oh my God, no one's gonna like me. Oh my God, what am I gonna do? I'm gonna be all by myself. Bitch, Netflix is amazing. Netflix is amazing. And honestly, sometimes I have more fun talking to my spirit team than I do actual people. So it's like, it is what it is. And I know that the right people are on their way. The right people, they're waking up the same way I'm waking up at this level. Because I know I'm special. I know I'm important. I know I'm vital. But I also know that I'm not alone. There has to be other people who are going through and dealing with the same exact thing that I'm dealing with. And at some point, we're going to intersect. And we're going to connect, and it's going to be great, and it's going to be fun, and we're going to actually freaking finally really have fun in a group. Because right now, I'm having fun by myself. So it's like, I'm still having fun. I'm still living my life. I'm still living the dream that I wanted 4 years ago, 5 years ago. 5 years ago, I was in a very bad place. Very bad place 5 years ago. 5 years ago, it was horrible. And I endured it. What do I normally say? I normally say, it happened, it hurt, and I healed from it. And 5 years later, it's good. It's good. We're still building that bridge. We're still moving towards the target. We're still moving towards the goal. But what I have also learned is that the journey is the goal. The goal isn't the goal. The goal is just something for you to look at and aspire to and change along the way to that goal. And what I've also learned is the whole road is the success road. Shut up. You know I have problems with my S's. I'm from New York. So the road that you're on and that you're going through, and the lessons and the challenges and the heartache and the rebirth and the falling in love, all that other stuff, it's on that road, that success road. You're on the road, and you're not on the road to success. You're on success road. That's what they didn't teach you properly, because we were always taught you're on the road to success, and you're on the road, and you're going to meet it at the end of the road, or something like that. But what I'm trying to explain to you, which I've been explained to myself, is that the road you're on is success road. And every step you take is another success, because I'm looking around in just my studio. The fact that I have a studio is a whole other thing. You understand? And I'm looking at my creations, and I'm looking at my codes, and I'm looking at what makes me tick and what's making me glow and making me whole and understand. It's not coming from outside. It's coming from inside. It's coming from inside of me, and it's pouring out in teas and jewelry and coats and sweaters and TikTok videos and YouTube videos and card decks and all that other stuff. That's how it's pouring out. But it's in me and it's in you. So it's not another person that it's gonna make it happen. Now, there are muses. There are people who are muses, who are catalysts to your evolution. And you won't find or see those people clearly until you get all the other gunk out of there. You have to get the gunk, because I didn't at first. At first, it was just junked up with a bunch of stuff. But then after a while, I started to move that person out of the way. Okay, that person doesn't work. Move that person out of the way. We got to stop messing with this person. Whoever the spirit said cut, I cut. If they were like, no, cut. And there were people who were just cut for a season. They weren't even cut the entire time. I thought I was never going to see them again. But they were only cut for a season. And the season was for them to understand. No, the season was for me to understand who I am and put them in their rightful place in the empire. Does that make sense to you? You have a throne room. Not everybody's supposed to be in your throne room, and damn sure everybody's not supposed to be in your bedchamber. You understand? So it's like there's the throne room, and then there's the outer court. Then there's the other part, and then there's the whole empire. You understand? Not everybody's supposed to be seated next to you or by you. And that's something that I learned, regardless of what their title is. It's also for someone specific. It doesn't matter what their title is. Their title is what they are supposed to do. It's not just a title. Like, if I say that I'm your girlfriend, right? If I say that I'm your girlfriend, I'm going to do girlfriend things because that's my title. That's my function. Like, you wouldn't put dishes in a microwave expecting the microwave to wash the dishes. Does that make sense to you? So if you or if I give myself a title, because I also learned from shadow integration, no one gives you a title. You choose the title you want in that person's life. There's a friend of mine right now. I tell him all the time, you're my friend and you will always be my friend. You understand? And I will do whatever I can to make sure you're okay, because I choose to call myself his friend. You understand? So whatever title you choose to carry, you have to use and do that title. Yeah, so you can't just have a title and sit there. So those type of people you don't need in your throne room. The people who take the title but don't do the work, those people aren't supposed to be in your throne room. You know, but I don't want this. It's been already 30 minutes. I don't want this to go too long. I have so much to teach you guys, but I am still learning a lot on my own. I am working it out. I am working out all my insecurities. We just integrated our shadow, so stay tuned for a lot more good stuff. All right, stay up, stay blessed. I love you guys. Deuces, and I'm out. Click it.